We're joined now by Rylen Bourguet, little sister to Arizona State quarterback Trenton Bourguet and Coben Bourguet, Trenton Bourguet. The Bourguet family just kind of runs the state of Arizona. Now, this is a really unique situation and story for you, Rylen. Obviously, committing to Arizona State to play beach volleyball, but that's kind of changed as of late. I know we talked a little bit off camera beforehand, but can you just enlighten me on kind of what's going on with you now, kind of transitioning sports?
Growing up, flag football was my sport. It was just never offered at, such a high level for girls as it is right now. So I took the route of other sports throughout high school and middle school and just growing up, just so I had that outlet if I wanted to play a college sport. So I ended up committing for beach volleyball. But now, as you can see through media and stuff like that, women's flag football is actually growing astronomically over the past few years, and it's going to continue to keep growing. So now that that sport is offered at a high level for me, I think that's the route I'm choosing, and hopefully I can take it to that level.
Absolutely. So just to be clear, no more beach volleyball.
No more beach volleyball. I mean, as like competitively for
Yeah. Now,
ASU.
are
No.
you still going to Arizona State?
Yes, I'm still attending Arizona State. A lot of my classes are just online, so I'll be traveling the next semester, doing a lot of things, sponsorships, stuff like that. But I'll be able to still, get my degree at ASU.
That's so awesome. What kind of went into this decision between, obviously your brothers playing football at a high level, and then obviously with your dad as well?
I mean, as a little girl, I've always wanted to play football. That was always my favorite sport. It was just hard seeing, all the boys get to go take it to such a high level, and I have to give it up at age 14 because it's
Yeah.
not. I mean, girls now are winning state for flag football, so it's super awesome to see. It was definitely not an easy decision. I mean, I love beach volleyball. I love soccer. I love all these sports, so it's never easy giving it up, but I know that I'm giving it up for a good reason, I should say. I'm getting a good pay out of it, so I'm excited and looking forward to it.
Well, what does that kind of mean to you that you have this opportunity in front of you? And like you said earlier, flag football really is growing, especially when it comes to young women playing the sport, right? It's almost an opportunity for them. Like you said, it's something that you had to give up, or you felt like you had to give up at 14, and now you have the opportunity to do it almost at a professional level to potentially go to the Olympics.
Yeah, it's definitely a surreal feeling. I would have never guessed that I would have this opportunity growing up. And it's super cool just seeing the generation after me. I mean, they get to start playing at age 5 and they can continue to play as long as they want because there's paths for them to take and they know that. They can see people now ahead of them, older than them. They have people to look up to. I never really had that growing up because there wasn't a lot of girls playing. And if they were, they weren't broadcast on media like they are now. So
Mhm.
I think it's super cool that girls today can I want to play football and they can go out and play and they can have a college career out of it, a professional career out of it if they wanted.
What did your brothers say when you told them that you were going to swap from beach volleyball to flag football?
Oh yeah, I mean the whole family, they were, okay, sounds good. And they were right with me. They're excited. I mean, I just got back home from throwing with my brothers and my cousins and my dad and everyone out there. So it's just fun, it's a family sport. Everyone's involved and it's great having them to look up to because they know a lot more than me. They've been playing a lot longer, a lot more reps than me. So just learning from them is super cool.
Now, what would your message be to maybe the 14-year-old version of you, or just young girls out there that feel like maybe they can't get into something like flag football, or they feel like they do have to give it up? What would your message to them be?
I would say, when you have a passion for something and just stick with it. Never give up hope on that passion. Things can come, things can go, but nothing's ever away forever. I know flag football wasn't. I think I would have liked to be reminded that when I was 14, just
Yeah.
never give up that you have.
Now, obviously, look, you've got your brothers who are playing Division I football at Arizona State. You have Trayson. I think it would be pretty awesome. I don't know if we could make it happen, but we got to get you like in Sun Devil Stadium at some point. Like we got to see a touchdown pass from Trenton to Rylen. It has to happen.
I know, right? I wish that was a thing too.
Oh my goodness. Now it's obviously a ways away. I believe the 2028 Olympics is where we're at, right? What goes into actually qualifying for that?
So as of right now, like you said, it's a ways away. So a lot of it is just bringing together girls from all over the country that are trying out, the top players in the country. So right now it's a virtual thing because they can't, bring in hundreds and hundreds of people to one place at one time. You're not going to
Mhm.
get the audience that you're reaching. So it's a virtual combine. You have to send in like your times for like sprint, 60-yard shuttle, your vertical jump, your push-ups, sit-ups, all those numbers that they send in. And then you send in some footage and some background on you as an athlete, football specifically. They go through it. They just start narrowing it down. And then eventually they'll bring them together in person and stuff like that. But it's a long process. It's one of those things that there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes that you don't really know about, you don't really see. You just have to keep working in hopes that you'll get the next opportunity to keep going in the process.
Now, is that split by age group, or how is that split up?
As of right now, there's a juniors team, which is like 17 and under. Then there's a women's team, I guess you could say, and that's 18 and up. So I'll be in the women's division.
Wow, that is so awesome. Rylen, obviously, not playing beach volleyball any longer at Arizona State. You said you're still going to Arizona State. I'm sure, there are definitely people that have seen this. For people that are seeing this that are Arizona State fans for the first time, I guess what has been like that response? What has been that level of support that you've seen from Sun Devil Nation so far?
Even telling my coaches and teammates, there was never a hesitation with whether or not they're going to support me on this new journey, which is super comforting because it's hard to walk away from girls that are like your sister and coaches who are mentors of yours, and having to walk away from them was definitely not easy, but everyone has had my back. People that I'm classmates with, everyone at Sun Devil Nation has been super supportive and looking forward to my future.
Well, it's definitely not something that I've seen before, but I think you could be starting a trend here when it comes to athletes leaving their respective sports and then trying their hand at flag football. Obviously, Rylen Bourguet, best of luck with flag football, and hopefully we see you in the Olympics in 2028.
Yes, that's the goal, sir. Yep.